Hello everyone, this is Hariharan. I am going to teach about the cell. In day-to-day life, we have come across this word cell. Normally, we know cell means cell phone. But I am not going to teach about cell phone in this class. In physics, cell means battery. I am not going to teach about the battery. In biology, cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. Have you ever visited a construction site? The walls are made up of bricks, right? Likewise, all the organisms are made up of cells. Cells are the basic building blocks of all the organisms. It is oftenly called as structural and functional unit of life. Cells are very minute in nature that we cannot see through our naked eyes. So that we need a special instrument called microscope. Through microscope only we can see the cells. The size of cell varies with an organism. The smallest cell is bacteria, which varies from 0.02 micron to 0.5 micron. Whereas the largest cell in the world is cell of an ostrich egg. Ostrich egg, which is the largest egg in the world, which weighs 1.5 kg. So the size of an ostrich egg cell is 170 mm. That we can see through our naked eyes. Now you may think that the size of an animal has a relationship with the size of a cell. Elephant is the largest animal in the world. So it has a larger cell? Absolutely not. Size of an animal does not depend upon the size of the cell. It depends upon the number of cells it has. Our human body has 30 trillion cells. So million, billion, then only trillion. So 3 times of a million gives a trillion. Our body made up of 30 trillion cells. Among that, nerve cell is the longest cell in human body. Size of a cell does not depend on the size of an organism. Who was the first person to see that cell? Who coined the term cell? Let's go back to those days. Robert Hooke was the first person who discovered the cell. Have you seen a cork? In ancient times, bottles are closed only with the help of cork. Cork is made up of a wood. Robert Hooke took a thin slice of this cork. He placed it under the microscope and saw a series of compartments that are closely arranged with each other. They are hexagonal in shape, as like honeycomb. So he named that compartment as cell. In Latin word, cellula means compartments. So from the Latin word, we derive the term cell. After his observation of cork, he also observed many other things like butterfly wings, bees' compound eyes, etc. From his observation, he made a book called Micrographia. He published this book in 1665. Thus, we came to the conclusion that cells are the basic structural and functional unit of life. All the organisms are made up of cells. A typical cell consists of major 3 parts, namely cell membrane, nucleus and the cytoplasm. Cell membrane provides the shape to the cell. Nucleus. Nucleus contains the genetic material, that is DNA, that carries our hereditary character from our parents. We also call nucleus as the brain of the cell as it controls the total activity of the cell. Then comes the cytoplasm. Cytoplasm is a fluid-like material which helps in the transportation. That is, all the organelles of a cell are placed in that cytoplasm. Based on this cell, organisms are broadly classified into 2, prokaryotes and eukaryotes. Prokaryotes. Prokaryotes are the single-cellular organism, that is unicellular. They don't possess well-defined nucleus. They are made up of nucleus-like substance called nucleoli. They don't possess any other cell organelles. It has only nucleoli and ribosomes. They use flagella for the movement. Eukaryotes. Eukaryotes may be a unicellular or a multicellular organism, but it possesses true nucleus. It also possesses all other cell organelles like mitochondria, chloroplast, etc. Bacteria are the examples for prokaryotes. Fungi, algae, plants and animal cells are all the examples for eukaryotes. Let's see a quick recap. Cell is the basic structural and functional unit of life. It was first discovered by Robert Hooke. He mentioned about a cell in his book Micrographia. Cell is made up of three major parts: cell membrane, nucleus and cytoplasm. Based on the cell, organisms are broadly classified into prokaryotes and eukaryotes. I hope you all understand the concepts clearly. Thanks for watching my class. See you again.